Alright, boom! Welcome back to the NAGA. This is the final game of week number 5. It is San Antonio taking on Minnesota. San Antonio coming in at 4-0. Atop the JFC South with a 53-point differential. The 22nd best total offense. 29th best passing offense. They never passed the ball, that's why. 6th best rushing offense. 2nd best total defense. 4th best passing defense. 6th best rushing defense. They are fun to watch. Minnesota is too, but they are 2-2 to start out the year with a positive 13-point differential. You're going to see a lot of running today, I'm sure. 24th total offense for Minnesota, 30th pass defense, 4th rush offense, 13th total defense, 13th pass defense, 14th rush defense. So it'll be a battle of the running backs today, that's for sure. Take a look at the extra picks. Minnesota with a 15% chance to win, that's probably expected. But 2 out of 4 taking them to win. So that'll be interesting to see. But yeah, let's get down to the field. They are ready to begin play here in Minnesota. Hades Gate Stadium. As chosen by owner Rico. Minnesota will get the ball to start. Sam Fanninsteel boots it out for a touchback, and that will bring Brandon Gilligan out onto the field. For his first drive. And that is a connection with Tayshawn Richardson for a first down, the former Spartan. Richardson, a 28-year-old, 89 overall star out of Maryland. Meanwhile, Gilligan, an 87 overall superstar, 28 years of age out of James Madison. DeMarquez Clark on the carry that time. Michael Wells on the stop. Second and 12. Pressure coming. And that will be a sack. Kyle Kiefer gets to the quarterback that time. Former B. 3rd and 20. Clark. And that's going nowhere too. It's Matt McDonough, the captain of this defense. Long-time fighter. 4th and 22. Corey Hughes to punt. Barrett to return. Ryan Davis will take the field for San Antonio. Looking to continue their success, especially in the running game, but that won't go very far. Yes, that is 93 to Rashad Elam, and not Vinny Knox, who has now changed his number to 17. That was his collar number, by the way, in case anybody's wondering. But Rashawn Elam, of course, the big blockbuster trade this past week, acquired from Louisville. Already making an impact here for Minnesota, as that will lead to an incomplete pass on 3rd and 5, and it will send out the punter, Zach McQueen. He will boot it deep, and that will be a touchback. First down for the Gorgons. 4 receiver set. Edwards, Richardson, Ivy, and Townsend. They go handoff instead to Clark. Clark again on the run. That is good enough for the first, and oh no. B.J. Black is not coming back in this game. They were already down quite a few defensive linemen, but don't worry, the linebackers are there to save the day. Kyle Kiefer with the sack. One thing to note, they did acquire defensive tackle Terrence Spillman from Baton Rouge this week. He will be wearing number 93. And that will be an incomplete pass on third down, and that will send out the punter, Corey Hughes. Barrett again to return. Richardson on the tackle. And can any of these offenses get going here? Gooden, not very far. That's Corey Roberts with the stop. "24-year-old out of Troy. Gooden on the carry. This time has a lot more success. Brought down by Mike Malatesta Jr. Bronson on the carry, shakes off the hit from Malatesta, it looks like, and still doesn't have enough. So fourth down, McQueen will punt. Hunters have been busy here in this first quarter, which is actually kind of shocking to me considering how good these offenses are, especially these run games. But it looks like these defenses have begun to find ways to stop the opponent, despite both owners' preparation going into this week. False start there on Edwards. Will push him back. 2 minutes to play in the opening quarter. Gilligan on second down, pass is caught. Tight end Liam Scully with the catch. And he injured himself rolling over. Okay. Hopefully that's not major, but sure. That was a little bit of an awkward injury. But okay. Hopefully he doesn't fall on the ball or something. Barrett once again to return. This time breaks a tackle and is eventually brought down at the 45. Two tight ends in the game to start for San Antonio. Robertson 88 and McCloskey 7. Gooden. Not far. Good for a yard only. Last play of the quarter, perhaps. They will not get it off. That'll end the quarter. Second quarter begins with a second down play. Davis going to scramble out of the pocket and get a few. Brought down by 50. That is Kevon Boyd. Third and 6 now, to the air, to McCloskey. Michael McCloskey with the catch, the number 1 tight end, brought down by 22, Ethan Simino. The veteran corner / safety out of LSU. Second down and 6. Davis to the air. It's Ahmad Banks with the catch. Malatesta right there for the stop. As Logan Dunbar will come into the game. Third and 1. Handoff to Gooden. And he has plenty for the first. First and 10 inside the red zone here for the Fighters. They'll toss it to Gooden. Down the right sideline. Good enough for another first down. They'll bring in Bronson. Bronson this time on the carry, gonna break a tackle of Malatesta and go into the end zone for a Fighter touchdown. Finally have our first scored thanks to Devon Bronson. The backup running back and former Russian champion, actually, when he was on Vancouver. I believe he led the league in rushing in season 2, I want to say. Yep, he sure did. 1,139 yards and 11 TDs while he was a member of the Mountaineers. Clark on the run, Percy Bowen that time making the stop. Third and 3, handoff Kevin Price, breaks a tackle but not the second. That is 90, AJ Pierre on the tackle. And Hughes back out to punt. .509 to go in the first half. Very low scoring game so far. Second down, 5 to go. Bronson running into his own blocker there. Third down, they'll empty the backfield in the gun for Davis. They'll look deep here, caught Xavier Boykin. Stop made by Adrian Atkins. They're inside enemy territory here. Gooden on the carry. First and 10 for San Antonio now. 3 minutes to go. Gooden shakes off the first hit. But Tristan Bullock is right there for the stop. Davis over the middle, caught. Another catch for Ahmad Banks. And the wide receiver out of Nebraska will have enough for the first as we approach the 2-minute warning and hit it with a 7-0 Fighter lead. McCloskey stands up. Toss play, Gooden finding a lane. 73 that time, trying to push him in was Sam Eckenrode, but almost to the end zone. Down at the 1, Davis to the end zone. Here, Calabresi with the TD. Fought off an injury last week. Army strong. John Calabresi with the TD. And Eckenrode there, we are going to wipe that injury because we do not count special teams injuries. Kind of unfair to the owners, unfair game logic. It's like, come on. It's an extra point. That shouldn't be there. Curtis Hardy with the catch. Good for 17. Gilligan to the air, knocked away by 24, Kyrell Trotter. Veteran safety out of Texas Tech. 2nd and 10. Gilligan to the air again. This time it's Gatewood getting a hand on it for the incompletion. 3rd and 10. Jake Mead lined up at tight end. Remember, Liam Scully is out for the game. Clark on the run. Kiefer on the stop. And San Antonio will use their timeout here. 4th down. Hughes to punt. Touchback. Davis to the air, incomplete that time. Five wides, Davis. Picked off. Mike Malatesta. And he might have the sideline here. He will have a touchdown. Mike Malatesta Jr. with a pick 6. And Minnesota is on the board. Ryan Davis gets picked off, and Mike Malatesta Jr. returns it to the house. Man. Malatesta Jr., a rookie out of UCLA. Of course, the brother of El Paso Toros safety Nico Malatesta, also another rookie, both being the sons of former NAGA legend Mike Malatesta Sr. Gooden on the short reception there. Gorgons call timeout. 3rd and 7. Gooden on the run. That's good enough for the first. Davis now empty backfield. 33 seconds to go. Airing it out here. Incomplete. But it will be a pass interference penalty. A spot foul on Tristan Bullock. And they will spot it at the 36. Big break for the Fighters here. Davis airing it out to Daquan Fowler, and he gets in for the TD. Wow. So there goes that pick 6. They respond right back with a TD of their own. And San Antonio has a 2-score lead going into halftime here. Or at least close to halftime. Tremaine Ball got banged up there. He will be back, though, thankfully. 2nd and 10, caught on the sideline by Edwards. Good for 7. It's 3rd down and 3, and they got to go deep here, I would imagine. Jake Meade is basically uncovered here. They won't even go his way. They'll go to Clark instead. And if you sent Meade on either a corner or a streak, you probably had him for lots of yards. 13 seconds now. Gilligan, pass, caught, Richardson. Gorgons used their 2nd timeout. They'll try a field goal here with Visconti from 60 yards. It looks good. Does he have the leg? Oh, he has plenty. That would have been good from 63. A 60-yard boot by Visconti adds 3 to the score, and Minnesota is definitely not out of this thing. 1 second left in the half. San Antonio, I believe, does get the ball, though, to begin. And that's good. It's a broken tackle. That's the end of the half. Bullock on the stop. 21-10, all points scored in the 2nd quarter. So it took a while for some points to be had. But we do have them. 31 combined. 21 to the Fighters, 10 to the Gorgons. Second half coming up, should be more exciting action here. If you like what you see, be sure to subscribe, like the video, and comment, and join our Discord as well. Link for that is in the description. Good first play of the second half, good for a first. Bronson this time on the run. Only good for a couple. Gooden back in the game with McCloskey in the near slot. Motion man is Banks. Davis airing it out. Incomplete. Looking for 11 that time. That's Daquan Fowler. 3rd and 8. Davis over the middle. Boykin doesn't have enough. Believe that was Malatesta, 57 on the tackle. Couldn't quite make it out though. Good punt here by McQueen. Will pin him inside the 10. And will leave tough field position here for the Gorgons. Jake Meade in motion. Gilligan to throw. Looking over the middle. Caught. Edwards. First down, 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Gilligan looking, pass, caught. Casey Townsend with the catch. That's a good chunk of 9 gained there. 2nd and 1, Clark in the backfield. The weak side, Clark. Good enough for the first. That keeps the chains moving. Handoff again to Clark, breaks off a tackle, and gets positive yards. Brought down by Wells, now Kevin Price in the ballgame. The pass, 2nd and 8, over the middle, wide open is Richie Ivy for the first. Second-year receiver out of Southern Miss. Looking to take more reps at that slot receiver position. Gilligan here going to be sacked. It's Kiefer again. Big loss on that. 2nd and 19 now. Toss to Clark. Good for 4. Now Price back in the game on 3rd and long. Go to the air. Gilligan. Corner route. Incomplete. Believe that was in the direction of Richie Ivy. 4th down will send out Hughes to boot it deep. This is going to be returnable here for Barrett, who kind of took an awkward route to it, but returned it nonetheless. Try to get it to 17. Good it on the run. Good for 6. Second down and 4 here. Gooden shakes off Elam's hit, but Thaddeus Benson will push him for the first. Davis now 2nd and 6 to McCloskey, but he's going to be short of that first down marker. And it will be 3rd and about a half yard here. Will they keep it on the ground? They will with Gooden. And that'll be good enough for the first. Handoff, left side, Bronson. Stop made by Blake Dale, just short, they'll mark him, of the first down marker. Second and inches, Davis to throw. Has a wide open Ramon Gooden for the first down. Handoff, Gooden, stuffed. Malatesta, who has had a tremendous game so far, 8 tackles and a pick, returned to the house in the first half. Davis looking over the middle, almost intercepted. That was 20 Lisenby in coverage, but the receiver able to cut right in front of that and pick up the first, as we have reached the end of the third. 11-point lead for the Fighters, and they are driving here. Gooden. Stop made by Thomas after a pickup of 4. Gooden over 100 yards rushing today on 19 carries. Handoff, Gooden. Stuffed again after a short gain. This time it's Bullock on the tackle. Third and 5. Davis under pressure, gives it off to Bronson for the first down. And Lisenby right there to save a touchdown. First and goal for the Fighters. Gooden back in the game. McCloskey to the left. Go. Toss to Gooden, weak side. Not very far. As that is, I believe it's Adrian Atkins. I may have misidentified him earlier in the broadcast. I believe that is 9 and not 8. Meanwhile, a sack by Trevante Thomas makes it a third and goal for the Fighters. Gooden in motion, empty backfield now for Davis. He'll throw. Right side, Gooden breaks off the tackle. He will lose yardage. Mike Malatesta getting there. And it'll be a fourth and goal, field goal for Fanning Steel upcoming. Kick is good. So Minnesota down by 2 scores now. A comeback is not impossible. Pass is caught. First catch for Jake Mead, and they will actually negate that. So I thought that was going to be Jake Mead's first career catch. I think he's a rookie. He is. But, that will be nullified by the penalty. Unless, did Jake Mead ever catch a ball this season? I should check that out, shouldn't I? No. At least I don't think so. Clark going to be stuffed there by 98 Khalil Wooden. Go! And that'll force a Corey Hughes punt, where Zaire Barrett will get stopped after a short return. Gooden on the run, breaks a tackle, and Corey Roberts, coming all the way from his defensive tackle spot, makes the stop on that. Okay. Go! I mean, sure. Bronson trying to get pushed by Calabresi there, but kind of worked. Second and 2. San Antonio looking to take time off the clock. Calabresi out of the backfield for that clutch first. First and 10 now, under 3 minutes to play. Gooden shaking off the tackle, and look at that speed. Semino on the stop, but good enough for the first, as we tick down toward the 2-minute warning here. 24-10. San Antonio looking to add more to their score before this game ends. As we have reached the 2-minute warning. We'll take a look at the teams these two play next week. As Gooden takes that for the first down. Stop made by Boyd. For week number 6, we see San Antonio taking on an ever-improving Baton Rouge team. Left to face Luke Johnson in that one. And Minnesota home against division rival Iowa. So we'll see how those games go for them. That San Antonio Baton Rouge game is going to be quite a fun one to watch, as Joseph Schweitzer there for the stop. 36, Gooden on the run. Has enough magically for the first down. And that'll be it. Somersaults over Thaddeus Benson. And that'll be it, 24-10. Not less exciting, but less higher scoring than I would have thought. I would have thought there would have been a little bit more scoring in this game, but both defenses are pretty spectacular. So I guess a low score like this kind of makes sense. But yeah, San Antonio moving to 5-0. Minnesota dropping to 2-3. 3 sacks for Kiefer. Of course, Malatesta with that pick 6. Gilligan just threw 15 passes. I mean, Brian Davis only threw 20, so neither quarterback was throwing all that much. Gooden, 27 for 155. Bronson had a good day. Take a look at that. Kiefer, yeah, 3 sacks was a big difference maker, I'll say that. Terrence Spillman, nothing. So much for that acquisition. Minnesota, yeah, it's a 90 rating, but he just didn't do much, really. Clark, yikes. They also didn't really have the ball that much, I don't think. 15 plays, or 15 passes, and 16 runs. Malatesta had that TD. That was their only TD, so. And I will take a look at injuries as well after this. Yeah, 36 total plays. That's why. Depth chart. I know Eckenrode's will not count, but black arm, Eckenrode neck. And then for Minnesota, Liam Scully. Shoulder. Cool. That is it for me. We'll give you a rundown on next week's schedule. Why not? We're here. Week 6. 2 p.m. Saturday, Delaware, Brooklyn, San Diego, Reno. 3 p.m. Austin, El Paso, Memphis, Raleigh. 4 p.m. Wichita, Tucson, Iowa, Minnesota. 5 p.m. Fresno, Sacramento, Baton Rouge at San Antonio. Sunday, 2 p.m. Omaha, St. Louis, Salt Lake City, Colorado Springs. 3 p.m. Albuquerque, Mesa, Vancouver, Portland. 4 p.m. Orlando, Birmingham, Columbus, Fort Wayne. 5 p.m. Richmond, Virginia Beach, and Milwaukee against Louisville. Should be some great games in that bunch. We will catch you guys next time. Have a great week, and we'll see you for week 6. Bye, guys.